Today, I'm going to show you guys how I use the fixed range volume profile tool in order to mark out and get my levels to trade and make a lot of money. So let's jump into it. Look in here at the fixed range volume profile. You come over here on your tools, projection volume based, and you get your fixed range volume profile tool, okay? And you pull this between areas, okay? The only settings that I have changed is the color and the row size is set to 200. Okay, you can copy this here if you would so like to have the same as mine. Okay, jumping into this, what do? We want to isolate price. Okay, so I always talk about isolating price. I want to pull this tool within these areas. So let's say I want to get this price here. Okay, let's say I want to get this price within here, or this price within here, or previous data. So I'm going to show you how I would mark out ETH, considering we have had a massive pump this week. So what am I first going to do? I'm going to first mark out the big key areas here. So I will pull this across and I will have these key areas here. And I want to align these with support and resistance. So you can see a big spike here, but I want to align it with support and resistance. So where do I see key levels of support and resistance? I see some right here, right? Candle closes, right? So I'm looking here. I see the spike, and then I see candle closes along here. So this is going to be a very key level. I'm not going to mark it above, right? I'm going to mark it where the candle closes are so that it has confluence, right? Looking at this one, where am I going to mark it? Am I going to mark it down low or am I going to mark it high? So in general, my idea is I want to also be looking for areas where price is. So price is the dotted line here. Price is going to come down and bounce. So I'm favoring the top sides of the volume profiles. Favoring doesn't mean using them exactly. It's at your own discretion, but I'm favoring them. However, this one is more confluence, in my opinion, with the top one. So we'll mark that out as well. We got another spike coming in. So these spots between where there isn't as much volume, price is going to move rapidly. And you can see that throughout our price action here, okay? So where's our next level? You guys should be able to spot this out. Our next level is going to be down here, right? And we're going to mark it out where the volume begins, so that we know. And then our point of control, which is this red line, we can mark out as well because it does have confluence with the bottom. And then we don't have as much at the top here. So what will I do? I will go on a shorter term time frame and I will isolate the price. So I will isolate this range here and I will pull the key data points from this area here. And you can see how it is quite fat, right? So this just means chop, right? In my opinion, this means price is choppy within this area. That's why it's so fat. So I will typically mark out support and resistance. You can see here, right? And then I'm always going to want to mark out my highs because that's so important. And let's get something within here. You can see support and resistance coming in here. So I'm going to mark out that area as well, adding confluence to my trading, and then the lows here, okay? So I've done that. Great. How am I supposed to use this? So when price comes to these areas, we look for a reaction of price. So if I can go over to where price is right now, we can look for a reaction of price. How can I get more data though? Sometimes there's an opportunity to get more data because Ethereum has had a bull run from before. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go all the way back over here. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the previous highs, okay? And you can see I was doing this earlier this morning, trying to get you guys some more key levels because there's more data over here. So I can pull this whole range here and I can analyze everything to give myself a better idea to find confluence within the levels that I've marked out for this run, okay? Look at this one. So there's a massive spike down here that I should definitely note at 2,592. As a very key level, okay? I'm going to make it a different color because that is crucial. Now you can see this is lining up quite nice. These are lining up quite nice as well, okay? So For the top, this is going to be pulling this area. I want to isolate this area because I don't have that much data over on the other stuff or on the other price action. So this is going to give me really a much better idea of where we can look for a reaction of price and some higher targets as well. So all-time highs, right? Let me change this back to red so that it's all the same. We only want to change the colors when it's really important. I will keep this one yellow because it is all-time highs, right? I can see a bit of confluence here, right? And then let's see if we got anything else. Okay, that works well here. You can see there's a little bit of a volume gap within here. That's okay. And this is okay. But this one I want to drag down just a little bit here. And this is the entry to higher prices. You can see the support and resistance from here. So now that I have it, my chart is extremely messy, okay? So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm labeling these, okay? And grouping them so that I have a beautiful group of drawings that I can turn on and off, keep my charts nice and neat. So in confluence with these levels, okay? And I can label it levels. In confluence with these levels, this is what I do for all of my assets all the time when I'm looking to find levels of support and resistance. Let's say I went long, okay? And I have a target up here. Well, these can act as key levels where I look to take profits, right? These can act as key levels where I look to put my stop loss just below, right? So using these key levels, we know that price is going to have a reaction at these levels. And you can simply see we have had one just recently, okay? On our way up, if we get into the nitty gritty and we look at these levels, look at this. We pumped yesterday, perfect rejection at the tops here. We took some power to break through. Look at this, coming up, rejection, push back down, then continuation upwards. You can see it across the board. It's how you use these levels, which is going to allow you to have a little bit of an edge when price returns to them, okay? I will be looking for support here. I can pull certain tools out, fixed range volume profile with this range. I can look for the point of control, which matches up with this, and look for the retest and continuation, right? Let's say there's a fib here. So if I pull my Fibonacci, look at that. We got a golden pocket. Multiple levels of confluence adding to our thesis of a bounce from here where I can look to target back up to the top here. And I know to protect myself with a good stop loss. Okay, so that's how I use fixed range volume profiles. Another tool to add to your tool belt when trading. Okay, we look for returns to the volume profiles. We look at it as shelves, and every shelf we look for a reaction of price where we can take advantage of it and make some money. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new here, subscribe. Join us in the free Discord. Links are in the description below. Much love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.